Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Coffee and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Coffee's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction, little tiny corrections, lots of motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug, a gentle tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Now, our goal with Coffee here at school was to have her enjoy her obedience training and also to calm her down and get her to focus better, because she is a nervous Nellie and she can be all over the place. So she's sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Coffee, heel. Now at this point, Coffee has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with Brandy when walking. And she has been taught every time that Brandy stops her feet to sit automatically and wait for her next command. Now she's a little distracted by me, so Brandy brings her back around. She's like, what's that lady doing down there with a tripod? But her heeling skills are beautiful, so this should make walking her a pleasure. When you stop to cross traffic or talk to someone on the street, she should be sitting nicely at your left to wait for her next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. It is designed to help improve her focus, her attention span, and her maturity. And we want to make it happy for her because we don't want to stress her. She's the kind of dog that stresses very easily. When Brandy returns back to her, she walks all the way around her as an additional distraction back to her shoulders, and then they take off heeling again. And it's basically loose leash walking. Brandy's not putting any tension on her collar, but she has been taught to walk with her shoulders right next to your left leg. Nice automatic sits so that when you're out on a walk, she looks like she has some self-control. Brandy leaves her in another sit-stay, walks out to the end of the leash and turns to face her. And you're going to practice this exercise indoors as well as outdoors. And you're going to practice for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. This time, instead of returning to her, Brandy's going to demonstrate the come on command. She's supposed to come and sit. Very good. And she gets a little treat for that, because anything we can do to encourage her and relax her, we're going to do. She's extremely bright. She's just like she drank a pot of coffee every day. And this helps her to have that nice, easy self-control, focus, maturity. And it exercises her brain. Aussies need a job, and this is her job. Since you probably don't have any sheep around. Brandy leaves her in another sit-stay. She walks out to the leash. She turns to face her. She's going to demonstrate that come-on command again. Chooses a happy voice. Coffee comes right in and sits, and then returns to heel with a lot of pizzazz. Now, the next series of commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands. Now, always have your dog seated before you attempt to put them into a down, so have her seated first. Left open palm straight down toward the ground. One word command to down and stay. I love when she kicks her feet out like a frog in the back. The long down stay, practice right in your living room. We do these videos outside so that we have more room to show you what they've learned. But this is a perfect exercise to practice right in your living room. When Brandy returns back to her again, she walks all the way around her quickly back to heel. And Coffee remained lying there, and she's looking up at Brandy like, okay, what are we going to do now? And Brandy heals her out of that, and she's going to bring her back around and demonstrate that again for you. So as you can see, Coffee is happy. She enjoys doing her work. It gives her one-on-one time with her humans, and it gives her a sense of accomplishment, which is very important with your breed. Brandy leaves her in a stay, walks out to the end of the leash and turns to face her, and then she's going to call her. Good girl. That was a little enthusiastic, but it was still good. She goes back to heel and back sitting. Very nice. Now the next command that we're going to be demonstrating for you are a series of, as you're down from a distance, I'm sorry. Brandy talks to her sweetly, encourages her. So Brandy's going to leave her in the sit stay. She's going to turn to face her. This is the only time we use our right hand to give the command. And she's going to give her the down command from a distance. That was perfect. So like I said, she is a very smart dog. She is high-strung, so she needs this work. If you practice with her a couple times a day with your video, you're going to notice all the difference in her demeanor and her ability to be just calmer and happier at the end of the day. We have enjoyed every minute of having your sweet girl. We want to thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you very soon.